There are people whose lives remind us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the victory over it. Nelson Mandela was one of those people. He was not born into power. He was not destined for greatness. He was a young man who looked at the injustice around him and decided that silence was no longer an option. And that simple decision, to stand up when everyone else sat down, changed the course of a nation. Mandela believed in something many people talk about, but few truly live. The idea that one voice, one heart, one determined human being can influence the direction of history. He understood that injustice doesn't disappear on its own. It only fades when people are willing to confront it, to challenge it, to endure the storms that come with fighting for what is right. He paid a price most would never choose. 27 years behind bars, 27 years watching seasons pass through the window of a prison cell, 27 years carrying the weight of a nation's hope on his shoulders. But through all that time he never broke, not because the world was kind to him, but because he refused to let hatred rule his heart. Mandela once said that resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it will kill your enemy. He learned that forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength, it is liberation, it is the decision to build a future instead of being chained to the past. And when he walked out of prison, he didn't walk out seeking revenge, he walked out seeking peace. His life teaches us that true leadership isn't about control or power. It's about service, it's about lifting others when they've fallen, about seeing the humanity in people you disagree with, about believing that unity is not just possible, but worth fighting for. Mandela understood the power of hope. He understood that people don't follow titles, they follow bravery, they follow authenticity, they follow the person who keeps moving forward when the road gets dark. And when South Africa stood on the edge of chaos, it was his courage, his calm, his vision that guided it away from the brink. But Mandela's greatness didn't come from extraordinary talent, it came from extraordinary persistence. He wasn't fearless, he simply refused to let fear decide his future. He wasn't unbreakable, he simply chose to rise every time life tried to break him. And that is the message he leaves for you, that your circumstances don't define you, your choices do. Maybe you're facing something today that feels too big. Maybe doors have closed on you. Maybe you feel judged, underestimated, overlooked. Mandela teaches us that even in the darkest places, your purpose can grow. Even in moments of defeat, your strength can rise. And even when the world tries to limit you, your spirit can remain limitless. The world remembers Mandela as a symbol of freedom. But before he was a symbol, he was a young person full of doubt, uncertainty, and fear, just like anyone else. What made him extraordinary was not perfection, it was commitment. Commitment to justice, commitment to peace, commitment to becoming the kind of person who makes life better for others. Your journey doesn't need approval to be meaningful. You don't need ideal circumstances to start. You don't need everyone to understand your mission. What you need is the courage to stand up for what matters, the strength to rise after each setback, and the humility to forgive even when it feels impossible. Mandela's life is a reminder that leadership begins the moment you decide to take responsibility for the world around you. Change begins when you stop waiting for someone else to fix what you can influence. And greatness begins when you realize that your voice, your choices, your actions can shape the future. So don't shrink. Don't doubt your impact. Don't underestimate the power within you. Stand tall, speak with purpose, move with conviction, because your struggle, your resilience, your determination might be the light someone else needs to find their way. Mandela showed us that no prison wall can contain a purpose, no injustice can silence truth, and no amount of darkness can extinguish a heart that is determined to bring light. And like him, you have the power to rise above your circumstances, to break the chains of your past, and to create a legacy that inspires generations. Your but it is meaningful. And if Mandela's life teaches anything, it is this: no matter how long the night, morning always comes, and with it, a chance to rise again.